Action.
Today we're going to talk about the history of beer. Beer started in Egypt because the Egyptians, they were really thirsty. And they said to themselves, they started talking to themselves, they said, I would like them, because they had the Nile that ran through Egypt. And they said to themselves, I would like a drink that is more tasty than the water that runs through the Nile. And so the Egyptians decided, hey, why don't we take this barley that we're growing tons of for no fucking reason. We grow this shit for no reason. Why don't we brew it? You say, I've never heard that word, brew. What does that mean? I don't even know what that means. So the Egyptians said, alright, we'll invent the word brew. Brew means you mix it. That's what brew means. You mix it. So the Egyptians took a bunch of barley, and they took a bunch of water, and they mixed them both together, right? They stirred them with a large stirrer, and they made a beer barley mechanism. And beer barley mechanism, what they did with that is they said, they drank the beer barley mix, and they said there's something missing. There's a crucial element missing from the beer barley mix. So they said, let's add hops, like the restaurant called Hops. They have very good beer.
Wow.
So they added hops to the beer barley mix, right? And they said, this still tastes like shit! Let's add some yeast. Because they didn't know what yeast was, but they said that it makes the Jews' bread taste really good. So let's add it. Let's add it. So they added it like a whole bunch at first. They didn't know when to stop. So they just kept adding like that, right? Like a whole sack of yeast. But it was too much yeast. And when they drank it, it was just like pure yeast. And they were just like, this tastes a lot like yeast. Right? Like, I don't like the way yeast tastes, so they decided to add less yeast. So they added less yeast to the mix, and they got beer, right? But it was like an Egyptian beer, you know? How the Egyptians are building pyramids out of mud and bricks and shit. So, you know, they don't build proper pyramids. So like it went like 1,000 years before everybody started thinking like, wait a minute, this beer tastes like shit, right? So then this guy named Samuel Adams came along. Right? Samuel Adams was an American because he was born in America, okay? And Samuel Adams decided, hey, these Egyptians, the way that their beer recipe reads, they don't add that many hops, right? They don't add that much, and it doesn't taste good because of it, right? So hold on.
Burp.
Okay, so the Sam Adams was like, okay, let's add a lot more hops. Let's add a lot more hops than the Egyptians added, right? That's what he said. That's what Samuel Adams said. So they said, okay, we'll add a lot more
23,
hops.
22,
Take
21,
the Egyptians,
20,
the Egyptians hop
19.
added, and we'll multiply it by like 9. Okay? So they took the amount the Egyptians had added, and they multiplied by 9, and that's how much hops they put in. And that's why when you see on TV now, the Samuel Adams people